Creepers and Geekers, Chris, the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to the Creeps Playthings. This is a video I am wicked excited to bring to you. This is a collection I have wanted for the longest time. And to be honest with you, it's only because I've been dragging my feet on silly stuff like this. I don't do eBay, and these don't really come up too often elsewhere. But they came up on, Facebook, and a deal was made, and the gentleman sent it out to me. And what's really cool about this set here is in the picture that I saw, it just had the loose figures, and then last minute before shipping it, he showed me that he had all the baggies and accoutrement that came with it, the case candy, if you will, as we call it in the guitar world. And I was super excited to see that, because that can easily double the cost of these things. But so dude, thank you so much if you're watching this. I will send him the link to this video so he can watch it. But yeah, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. This is a set I have been wanting for so long, but I just been dragging my ass on it. And I'm not an eBay kind of guy. Now, before we do that, if you've been around long enough, you know I've had this guy. This is one of them. But I've had him loose, and we decided to make a table for him. I'll leave the video to that at the end of this one, and of course down below, in case they get rid of those little pop-up deals at the end of the videos. But let's go ahead and have a look at each one of these individual. And yeah, this is probably going to be a longer video, because we're going to pull the whole thing apart, and we're going to look at all the paperwork, and we're going to look at the figures and their little gimmicks and all that good stuff. So let me pull a few of these aside. Now, I don't think I've mentioned it yet. These were Kids Club meal prizes, basically Happy Meal prizes, that Burger King gave out in 1997. I remember having, I think, Frankenstein and Dracula, but I didn't really keep going back for the rest of them. Again, out of laziness, and I'm not really much of a fast food guy, but universally, no pun intended, this is regarded as one of the greatest toy premiums that came with any kids meal from any fast food joint. And you're going to see they're fantastic figures. Their gimmicks are pretty quirky and fun. But, enough talking. Let's have a look at what came in the bag. I can't believe when he sent that picture and said, yeah, I have all this stuff too. I was like, yoinks! So let me go ahead and put the baggie aside, and we'll look at this stuff first, okay? And we're going to do this for each one of the figures. So if you just want to fast forward to each figure themselves. Now, each one of them came with a glow-in-the-dark sticker. They're nice and glossy, except for what would glow. You can feel where the glow paint is. I don't know if this would still glow today or not. I'll test that later on, but that's a nice touch. And of course, we have our little instruction booklet that would come with each one of these. And great artwork in the front. And, it says collect all four, and shows whom and which in the collection we can get. The inside, I mean, even for the simplicity of showing what this toy's gimmick is, the artwork is just so cool. It just screams Halloween, creepy, gothic. And if you want to sign up for some kids club something or other, and let's see, if you're 4 to 10 years old, fun stuff waiting for you at Burger King. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. So if you want to go to Burger King on Halloween, you're between those ages, by all means, have fun with that. So here we have Dracula in his coffin. Let me see if I can't get the lighting to... We're in my bedroom, by the way, because everyone's home. Just that alone. I mean, guys, you got to remember, these came free with a kid's meal, okay? I mean, of course, you could buy them separately. But what is it to buy a toy from these places separately? $1, $2? You can't beat this. And inside, of course, is our friend Mr. Dracula. And they're your typical Kenner style 3 3/4, 5 points of articulation figures. They have the arms, they have the legs, and the head will spin. Not the greatest with the cape on, but I can get it to go. The cape is separate, if I remember correctly. There should just be a peg in the back. Let's see if I can do this without breaking it on camera. Yeah, there's a little peg, and if you choose to keep it off, that's fine. Now, as far as a likeness, I don't think that looks too much like Bela Lugosi, but I don't think they had the rights to use his likeness anyway. But you know who it is. The amulet, the look, the fangs. Good stuff. So, this was his gimmick. And here's the cool thing about it. They all had the little pegs on the bottom of their feet. And you could use any of the figures with any of these accessories, so long as I can line it up properly and get the feet in there. And his gimmick is, and I'm pretty sure you can figure it out already, is you close the coffin, and you flip this lever, and bah, I rise from my grave. You suck the blood of the innocent. So that is fucking rad. And even the little detailing on the side. I mean, this would lend to a really great paint job. I wouldn't do that to these ones. Maybe I'll make a casting of a few of these and paint them up or something. Maybe they go great with Mego. Not Mego, I'm sorry, the Remco Mini Monsters that came out not too long ago. You know, 1980. But that was Dracula. So here's the next one. We're going to show him because he was next in line anyway. But mainly because he doesn't actually come with an accessory, and we'll explain why here in a moment. He too will come with a glow-in-the-dark sticker. Such great stuff. Great stuff. And his booklet is pretty much the same thing. You know, if you're between 4 and 10, come to Burger King. And a little instructions on what his gimmick is, and all that jazz. Now, he didn't come with any accessories because his accessory is built in, his gimmick, I should say. If you look right here carefully, there's a little miscolored area. You're supposed to dunk him underwater and squeeze this, and he'll suck in water, and you can spit at your opponents, so to speak. So if you have your Luke Skywalker figure, and you get your creature from the Black Lagoon coming to get the Jedi, and you spit all over his face, you'd be like, fuck you, rebel scum. And that's just the way it is. This is probably the more chunky, substantial of the 4 figures. I keep wanting to say 5. But he has the same articulation except for the head because of the spitting gimmick. Look at the size of those feet. His shoes are expensive. The paws on him, the hands, the webbed hands. Such great stuff. Imagine getting smacked in the face with that and be like, blah! Fuck you. But, you know, that's what it is. Alright, so the creature from the Black Lagoon. That's probably one of my favorite versions of the creature. As far as in 3/4 scale, I would almost say that's better than the Remco. I'm sure Clico Joe's going to puke all over me and try to kick me nuts for saying that. But I honestly think this is a better figure than the Remco Mini Monster creature from the Black Lagoon. Okay, so next up in line is we have Lon Chaney Jr. as the Wolfman. Again, we have our sticker. Great stuff. We have our instruction booklet. See if I can open this one out. I'm wasting my fingers. And there it is. Now this one here is a little tougher to operate. The doors are a little... I'm going to put this over here so they don't get mixed up. The doors over here are... they're really tight. But the gimmick is pretty much the same as the coffin. I hope he's on the peg. Yep, he is. And he does the same thing, and he pops out of his crate. But what else is pretty cool is if you see here in the background, there's a full moon scene that pops up with him. That was a nice little touch. Just good stuff right all around. Fun fact, I don't think the full moon is either in or even mentioned in the original Wolfman movie. Pretty sure it's not. I don't know if I want to go into Universal Monster Trivia because I'll probably put egg all over my face. But alright, so here's the figure himself. He was in there real tight, my goodness. Same articulation. You got your head, you got your hands, you got your legs. Just a really great likeness. Great figure. He's pretty reminiscent of the Remco ones. I'm going to reference those a lot because those are actually my favorite line of monster toys. Though I may not like the figure more or less, but I think the line itself and that playset it comes with, and hopefully someday I'll have a full setup. This guy actually had a Wolfman Remco. I just wish I had the money to get it, but either way, yeah, really great figure, very substantial. The quality on these guys are amazing. I cannot say enough good things about what Burger King put out here for us in 1997. You'll never get better than this, I guarantee you that. So we'll put that one there, make sure his case candy doesn't get mixed up. And of course, last but not least at all, the greatest monster to ever be put on film, Frankenstein's monster, with his proper lab table. We'll pull all that out here and we'll look at, of course, this stuff first again. Put that sideways. That is such a great image. You know, most of the time they try to do the whole straight on. He's kind of looking down. He's not even looking at you. He just has this look on his face like, Go ahead, say that again, dude. Watch what happens. And, God, I love that classic image of him. And, of course, the inside shows all the goodies. All that stuff. Nothing new here for us. I'll put this aside. So, we've already looked at the monster a few times. Move the table a little. So, let's have a look at the table setup itself. It's, you know, kind of one of those do-your-own kind of build things. Really great. I don't know why I didn't put any kind of lab equipment on that one. It is what it is. If I recall correctly, this goes behind the monster here. You should be able to just pop it right in. Perfect. And then this one will go right here. And you take the monster. We'll look at the figure again. I mean, you've already seen it. And I have to say that each one of these figures are in amazing condition. There's nothing I can complain about here. And he goes on his little lab table. Now, not only does he have this really cool accessory, but there is a gimmick to it where when you're supposed to press this down, and there's a little light bulb here that's supposed to light up. Unfortunately, due to time, whatever power source was in there, the battery, it's no longer any good. And I was hoping there would be some kind of screws, even weirdo screws that aren't common. But this box is pretty sealed up. But I am going to try to find a way to get in there and relight this. If I have to cut the bottom of this box off and actually install my own, I don't care. I mean, I can get another one of these if I absolutely need to. But for now, we're just going to leave it as is. But I would absolutely love to get one of these to light up and have it so that the battery itself can be replaced. Now, when I was making this table, BTB from the Lynx Lounge, 7800 Avenue, and of course the Jaguar was like, dude, you better make it light up. But I didn't want to make it all bulky. I guess I could have made like a power box similar to this and put a light bulb, and I still could do that, but I don't know. Que sera, sera. So let me get all these guys in line and we'll have a look at them together as they are meant to be. And here they are, guys, in all of their glory, standing. Well, maybe not him so much. I have him actually leaning up against the Frankenstein lab table there, because he doesn't like to stand up too well, but that's okay. We will find something to make that happen once we display him up in Wayne Manor, which is now Dracula's castle. Y'all know all about that. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments down below. Did you ever have these? Do you have these? Now, there is another line of fast food Universal Monster figures that I'd like to get my hands on. Those came out from Jack in the Box, and they're not as cool, but they're like this close to being the coolest. Next to these, of course, as always. So, guys, go ahead and leave feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep is positive. Hope you guys are having a great start to your week, and yeah, until next time, take care. Creep it real. Bye bye.